Good afternoon once again. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll share my experience with you. I am not a person who preach you on innovative pedagogy. So I'm very sure. Just what is that I want is, as a teacher, for the past 23 years I'm teaching. So whatever the experiences that I felt or I experienced it, just I want to share those with you. Maybe in the first 5 minutes, you might feel that this person is boasting himself. In another 5 minutes, you feel that he is a self-drum beater. Then at the end of the conversation, you might feel that when he did something, why can't we? So that is the goal. So with this, my presentation is spread across 4 lines. One is the introspection that I feel every day. Then understanding the learning models, and the second, and innovative pedagogic techniques that I adopted. Then the challenges that we face when we try to innovate something at our classroom. So my day starts with the screaming of my wife. She shouts at my daughter, my son, and says that why is that you are still to mobile phone? What is that you are doing? And everything, I guess we all face the same scenario at home. When I come to college, I see that my students use mobile phone. And when I go to class, same there. When I ask the student, what is it you are doing? Sir, I am learning, sir. Sir, I am reading, sir. What is it you are reading? Then after the class, they say, sir, do you have any PowerPoint presentation to share with me? Please share, sir. I want to read that. Now, this is how the learning is happening. And on the other side, what is it I am doing? I'm shouting at them, boss, you are not supposed to read on a mobile phone. Go to sit at library, take a printout, print newspapers and all. But nobody is listening. And with a short-sightedness, I look at my other faculty as a competitors. I evaluate them. But ultimately, in the process of this, I fail to recognize that my colleagues are not my competitors. Wikipedia is my competitor. Investopedia is my competitor. Now we are burdened with Wikipedia, Investopedia and all. It is not enough. Now we have a chat GPT. So, okay, forget chat GPT, now chat GPT 4. Now where is that as a teacher I have an opportunity to teach in my class? Then, what is it I have to do? Can I convince every semester, every time the hundreds of students to stick to my pedagogy, or I change? I adopt to their learning process. Now, which one I have to do? Stick to the same old way of every day going to the class, first 15 minutes, taking a different class, saying that you read textbook, you read this, you read that and all. Or because you are on a mobile, so I will be also mobile. You want to learn something on a mobile? Yes, sure, I am on a mobile. Now this I created. In a sense, during my last 3 years of time during the COVID period, 1 year, I created here about 470 video lectures and shared on YouTube. But students are pretty happy. They said, what is it? Just what is it they want is, they want something to write for examination. They are not interested in knowledge. They are not interested in enhance their knowledge. Just what they want is a short video. And even that, in the videos also, they are not worried about watching a video for a 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. No, they want a video of a 3-minute, video of a 2 minutes. And if you have a 5-minute video, they put it in a fast forward and listen and skip and say, okay, done, sir. And come to the examination and that. So, what is that I'm trying to say is, when you are introspecting and trying to do it, instead of every time going to them and asking them, just let us also change. Let me do something what actually they required. So that is the one practice that I did. Then when it comes to your, this is what as introspection, what I'm talking about. Where I recognize my students, what is the thing, because their learning habits has been changed. Now when I was doing my MBA program, getting a computer access is a scarce resource. I have to walk 2 kilometers to 4 kilometers to get a newspaper. But today their newspaper is on their mobile. They are reading. They are saying that, yeah, I'm reading a newspaper, so Economic Times, I'm there. So they are changing. So I thought that, okay, when they are changing, when they are adapting, let me transform. Instead of every year telling something the same, I transform. Then learning objectives also changed. Once when we do MBA program or when we are studying, we have an objective of enhancing our knowledge. We try to see that okay, there should be some aura behind us with our knowledge. But today, people are coming with a purposive learning. When students take an admission into a college, one thing that they look at is a grading, whether they get a good A grade, B grade, C grade, or they want an A grade. Then, next is they have a purpose or objective of getting a placement. They want a placement. That's now, you tell 100 times that was unless otherwise you study yourself, you enhance your skill, you enhance your knowledge, you don't get a placement, they are not worth it. What they feel is when placement season comes, companies come, they share a job description with us, read the job description for 1 hour or 1 month preparation, you got a placement. So their learning objectives are also changing. Now it is our responsibility to tame with that, in the sense to understand that. Then new ways of learning is happening. It is not the print always, now it is a digital. Digital is gone, now it is people are talking about AI transformation. Now why this, whatever that we are talking about, the AI transformation, the machine learning, algorithms, everything that you talk, they all are based on the same old theories which we learned. Now I just displayed a learning theories, I don't want to explain all those learning theories or models, because every one of us knows. And this is nothing that I invented, nor I innovated. Simply Googled it, got it, and put it. Now, we tell the students that don't Google, but what is it we are doing? Now, I came out from my academic education, academic in the sense, formal education in 1999. Thereafter, I learned a lot of things. Where from I am learning? I am learning through net only. I am learning through professors from other faculty members. Everywhere I am learning the same. So when in 2000, I guess exactly 2003 or 4, when I went to Kellogg School, my audience, they opened their laptop and they are Googling it. When I say some topic here, let us say innovative pedagogy or learning models, in the classroom, they opened laptops and Googling for what is each and this. So that we see today in our classes also. One way we are teaching the students, the other side, students are browsing. We ask, what is it you are doing on mobile phone? Sir, the topic which you are explaining us, we are searching it. When a teacher, as I am teaching here, why you don't listen to me? Why you are paying attention towards that? But they feel that that learning is more comfortable than a teacher teaches. Then at the end, I ask the question: once everything is fine, you are on a Google, you are through net, you are getting. Then my question is, who is teaching you there? Who is teaching you there? It's again a teacher. It's again a teacher who is teaching. If somebody writes a blog, it's a teacher. If somebody writes on a Wikipedia, it's a teacher. If you are watching a YouTube, it's a teacher. You're teaching them. They will be available 24/7. But I am not available after 20 minutes. Once my class is done, once my topic is done, I am not available. So pay attention towards this. No. But what I am saying is, these learning theories, they are nothing new. They are all there. When we did our MBA program or when we did our schooling program, we follow all these learning theories. The only thing that I will say is, how is that we adopt at least these learning theories into our day-to-day pedagogy? So just I take a rule of 70-20-10. It says that 10 people learn when you teach, 20 when they're hands-on. When they say that when some experiment is done, 70 they learn only when they practice it. Now my point is, in the 50 minutes of our class or 1 hour 50 minutes of a class, what is it we are doing? Are we scheduling our classes with the 70-20-10 ratio? No. What is it we are doing? We are doing the reverse side. 70 minutes is academic lectures. And hardly we give an assignment to them and at the end of the semester or then hands-on experience, are we making them to learn something new? No. Now what I do is in my classes, I practice this. In the sense, I don't say that this is a 10, 20, 70. But I say that academic, my lecture time is only 20 minutes of the time. Then next 20 minutes, I give practice sessions. I ask the students to do practice them and all. And as Narendra was saying, even today, my students are here, you can cross-check. In my classes, even today, I don't use a PowerPoint. I have the same old state mindset, take a marker pen or a chalk piece, go write on a board. Because I want to give a layer-wise learning. So that's what I practice. And when I'm writing this, students say, sir, why are you writing all this? Put it on a PowerPoint. If I put a PowerPoint, you don't pay attention to me, you pay attention to my PowerPoint. My power is lost. My power is lost, only PowerPoint is what you need. No, I don't want to. I don't want to create one more competitor for me in my own classroom. So that is one. And next is, when you are trying to, in the sense, you have a Bloom's taxonomy is there. Every time, every academic year, at least we have a 5 to 10 lectures on our Bloom's taxonomy. Faculty, our director, our chairman, team, NBA, accreditation agencies, everyone talks about the Bloom's taxonomy. We say that we start with the remember, which ultimately we create. And we use this Bloom's taxonomy only at the time of assessing, right, in preparation of a question papers and all. But are we really practicing Bloom's taxonomy in our classroom? Can we make the students to remember? Can we make the students to analyze? Then what techniques that we use? What techniques that we can adopt? So every class, in the sense, now conventional methodology is gone. Let's say, as students are saying that they want to use a mobile phone, write MCQs. Now what I do is, in my classes, I prepare a Google form is there, create a scorecard there, examination, share. Now let the students answer it in the class. And there are umpteen number of tools available, like we have a crossword puzzles. Create a crossword puzzle, give to the student. Let them check, remember it. So we say that we are trying to remember the remembrance of a student. How is it we are trying to get the remembrance of the student? Asking a question and finding out the telling the definition? No, definition is not required. How is it we check the remembrance? Remembrance is if you have a crowd, from that you will be able to pick the one which you learned in a classroom, that is a remembrance. Now I use crossword puzzles in the classes to get the remembrance. I use jigsaws in a class to get the remembrance. Then we have what you might say is word search is there when we're talking about when we're teaching them some complicated words, and we want the students to remember those words. Then use a crossword word search to give a sheet and let them search the words in the class, and then let them present those in the class. Now, by doing this, what is happening is a classroom interaction is increasing. The students are getting to, at least they are trying to learn what is that I am going to explain. This is another. These are the small things which I am. And why I say is, this we use in our school days also. I am using the same today also. But the only difference is, those days I used a pen and paper. Now I am using a technology. That's the only difference. Now we have everything online. You can create online puzzles. You can create online distance. Everything online is available. Create, share it with your students, and let them. So whatever the levels that you have in your Bloom's taxonomy, take each level, try to innovate something different. In the sense, how is that we can? Let us say we are talking about analyzing skills. How is that we make students analyze a particular scenario, and what innovatively we can do that? That's it. A simple thought, in the sense, if we want to innovate, we can. We are not inventing anything new. Already things are there. We just try to innovate, put it in a practice. Now here, as I told you, different things that I work at: gamification, active learning, personalized learning. In all this, one aspect which I am very much fascinated or very much associated with is personalized learning. In my class, if I have 50 students, at least 30-40 students I remember by their names. I call them by their name. Not just their names, I ask them their family background. What is their father, what is their mother, what they do, and all, and try to relate. Because 60 students in a class, generally what we do is, we consider these 60 as one unique or uniform group. We say that, okay, all the 60 are the same. No, 60 are 60 different. And 60 different in each day. Tomorrow, again another 60. The same set of students today in a class behave in one way, tomorrow they behave in another way. So 60 different mindsets, and it's a dynamic one, continuously keeps working. Now you try to understand them, what is that they need. Then if we say that, okay, this is a difficult task, then I come to the challenges, but it's a possible one. Because unless otherwise you do a individual consideration. This is what I learned in my PhD, when we are doing a PhD on a transformational leadership. Individual consideration is one. Now just look at our R&D teacher. He taught us universal teacher way back. Today still he remember. What is that? And he knows what the journey. That's the individual consideration. Each individual take our answer, he remembers his teacher in the right way. That is, they have a personalized attachment with a particular person. In a classroom also, I try to build that. Then we have a gamifications and all. So different innovative techniques are available for you, and just you brainstorm. Now the point that I come at the end is this. Now when we try to implement something in a class, when we say that this is what you have to do in a class, then the first thing that we do is we get a resistance from the students, because they are in a comfort zone. They are very happy sitting at their place, coming to the class, just spending time with us, and they go. And when you say that you have to do this, you have to do that, there will be a resistance. No, sir, we don't have a time, sir. We have so many classes, sir. All faculty are giving. I said, yeah, you are doing your program here every day. You are paid for everything. Then why you differentiate? And yeah. So resistance is the first challenge that you encounter when you try to put or when you try to bring innovation into your class. Then how is it we are going to take this resistance? You try to convince them. It's better. If you have to convince them, then the thing that you should know is you should have a personalized attention of each individual student. When you say that if somebody is there, you say that, "Arey yaar, you are aiming for a job in a KPMG. You learn this, then you will get a KPMG. Problem is solved. Or somebody is aiming for going to a business school in the US. Tell that you have to get admission in that school, then you have to, this is the school you require. Now concentrate on this one. So we have to manage. In the sense, problems are there always. And how is that we encounter? Next is, this is a major issue that we face, discouragement from friends and colleagues. People say that, sir, they don't change, sir. Why you are wasting all your time? They never change. They don't learn. Well, let them don't learn. But we have to put attention. See, some time back, what happened is, I come across with one wise person in academics. And the same thing I said, sir, I am trying too many things in my classroom, but students are not responding. I am not getting a result from the class and all. Then he asked me a question. How many students do you have in the class? So 60. How many responded? This is the question he asked. How many responded? I said hardly 5 or 6. Then feel happy with 5 or 6. Why you are looking at a negative thing of remain 90%? Look at the positive of 5%. You transform the 5 people. Then that 5 people is your motivation. But what is that we do? In the sense, all the time we are self-discouraged. We want the results to be happen quickly. Instantly, if we go to a class, interpret something, immediately we want a response. Immediately we want the result. But results will not come overnight. That we teach to our students also. But what is it we do? We are impatient. We say that no, we want the result immediately. No. And if you don't get the result immediately, we are discouraged. When your discouragement is your self-harm, then sometimes we get demotivated also. We say that demotivation, we start thinking for the causes. And when it is a discouragement, demotivation, when your faculty colleagues or faculty friends or colleagues and students resistance, if you are paying 90% of attention towards this, my point is that I say that I am lazy, I don't want to invent anything. Because of that, I am looking for the reasons to skip. Escapism, I want to escape from my responsibilities. But why is that we look at the 90% who are not interested at all? Look at the 10%. It gives you a positive sense, positive energy. Try to innovate. And this innovation, as I told you, I'm not giving you more. This innovation will happen every day with us in our classes. Only thing is, we need to have that bent of a mind. I have to go to the class today with something innovative. At the end, I just tell you, 2-3 of my financial econometrics students are here. I taught a financial econometrics recently, and when I talk about econometrics, even for seasoned academicians in financial, it's a very difficult task. We introduce financial econometrics in the term 3. When I go to the class, they look at this. They say that, okay, he came once again. But the same set of students, I use a software called as a grader and ask them to practice on a grader. Now, you give any data set to the same set of students in a grader, they run analysis in no time. Now, what is it I have to do? I have to look at them that they are not learning their concepts, or I should feel happy that at least they mastered the software application. Slowly they may get a understanding of ideas. Which one I have to consider? If I consider the first one, my students are not listening to me. Next day I can't go to the class. I can't teach anything to them. If I am motivated that my students are very good at practicing better, then it gives me a motivation, it gives me a charge. I go to the class next day. So these all are the things which my personal experiences at which I am implementing here during my career. So at the end I say that innovation, the pedagogy is there. Innovation comes from individual. And what you invent in one section or in one class may not be applicable for you the same in the next class. So your innovation should change according to your audience. Right? Based on your audience, change your pedagogy. Then you will be without with your in the sense you will be the best teacher. Right? Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the lecture on innovative pedagogy. I guess every faculty over here would adapt or change their pedagogy, and also the students would change the way they understand the learning and innovation.